So thank you so much for being here tonight.
Oh,
And
it's an honor. It's an honor to have people wanting to talk. I mean, let's just whatever. Let's bring it.
Yeah, sure. So let's start from the beginning. I'd say from the very beginning of Solitude Aeturnus. How did you join the band, and who introduced you to the group? And had you heard Injustice for All prior to joining the band?
Okay. If you want a story, I got one for you.
Yeah, sure. That's why we're
So
here.
that's why we're here. So me and Lyle Stedham had a band called Graven Image, right?
Mm.
And I played guitar and sang, and it was kind of Slayer-ish, you know, Metallica-ish,
Okay.
And then he left, and then one day he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, bro, what you up to?" Not much. Um, I met this guy called John Perez at UTA, which is the college here in Arlington, and
Okay.
he's like, "They're looking for a vocalist," and I told him, I said, "Wow, dude, I don't sing. I play guitar. That's what I do." He goes, "Oh, well, we don't need a guitarist. We already have two." And so I was like, "Well, all right." So I went down there. I got the cassette of Injustice
Hmm.
for All. Y'all remember cassettes, right?
Yeah, sure. At least, I mean, the two of us do.
Yeah. So he's like, "Check this out." And I'm like, "All right." Then he gave me Nightfall by Candlemass.
Okay.
Because I was listening to like Serathum Goal and stuff like that, right? And he's like, "Check this
Hmm.
out." I'm like, "All right,
Okay.
I can do that. I can do that." And then I drove to the rehearsal studio, got in there, did It Came Upon One Night was like the first song I ever sang with these guys. Right.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm trying to do like Chris Gabehart did, but it's like, it doesn't feel right. I gotta do this and I gotta do that. And then it just melded into what it has become from
Okay.
from that first day, from the first meeting, actually.
All right. So when you joined, it kind of had a whole lineup change. I mean, James Rivera joined with you and Lyle Stedham, right?
Yeah.
So was it all done at the same time?
Oh no, it was. I mean, Lyle was playing drums at one point, and then we had another guy come in, and then we had Covington come in, John Covington, and then Lyle went to bass, and
Okay.
so there was just a little bit of moving around, so to speak, just placing pieces, placing
Okay.
pieces where they belong, and that's how it worked out. And Covington, great drummer, and Lau knocking it out on the bass, and then we had Rivera, Edgar came in, fucking oh,
Edgar.
can I
Edgar. Yeah.
curse? Because yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking Rivera is
Edgar.
an intelligent and master guitarist, and and then you have JP John Perez, and then we just got that's when it all locked in,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
and then
Did
once
I
it
say
locked
James
in,
Rivera? I was
huh?
confused. I think I said, did I say James Rivera
Did you say
before?
James Rivera? No,
The singer,
Edgar
maybe? I don't
Rivera.
know. Edgar. Of course, I
Yeah,
meant Edgar.
no, it was
Anyway,
Edgar. Speaking of James Rivera,
yeah,
I just did a track with him for Hellstar,
you did. Oh, wow. Okay, let us
just
know.
like a couple of months ago.
Okay, will it be on the next Hellstar record?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. That's so cool.
So,
Nice.
so
Thanks for
you got
sharing that.
James and Edgar, but God bless both of them because they're both great people, and you know, love them. You know,
Right. Can you share some details about the songwriting process of the first album? I mean, John once told me, we played with Doomocracy at Hammer of Doom in 2014, and John Perez was responsible for St. Vitus, kind of a tour manager, I think. And
Yeah.
we saw him backstage, and he told us a little story about an acid trip that he had while listening to Dead Can Dance and their album De Profundis, which is Out of the Depths of Sorrow. And he told
Yeah.
us, well, I was listening to that and I was like, what if you go into the depths of sorrow? And we were like, whoa, that's deep.
Yeah. I mean, I know John has his pleasures, so to speak, but the first album was like basically already done. I mean, Transcending Sentinels and into the depths. It came upon one night. Those were kind of already there. So I didn't really have much to do with that album until we went to the second album, because that was already there. It was already John's project, and we just made it as good as we could.
Yeah, you did a fine job, of course. And I think that you had very little time to record that album too, from what I read.
We did that motherfucker in 24 hours.
No way.
We were at Dallas Sound Lab. We went to the studio, Dallas Sound Lab. We were in there. I was in the booth. We basically recorded that album live. They were in here. I was like 10 miles down the hall in a fucking booth, right? We're just going, okay, wow. Record button, dink,
So
and we're done.
But you could do some overdubs as well. Didn't you have that chance? Was it all live?
It was all live. I did some overdubs. We did a couple of overdubs, but we did it in 24 hours, and
wow.
We were not
fantastic
pleased with it. So we took it to a guy called Danny Brown that remixed it for us.
Okay.
I mean, because Dallas Sound Lab at the time was where like King Diamond recorded and so on and so forth.
Okay.
And we knocked it out because come on, when you're 20 years old, it's like you got $50 and we got to do this. Yeah.
Of course, I understand what you mean. So you did say that there were songs from the demo EP and Justice for All, which for those who are listening was released before the Metallica album and Justice for All.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a song in there called Sojourner that I'm kind of amazed that was not included in a future Solitude Aeturnus album, because I think it's a great song, but who knows? You never know what will happen, right?
Well, no, thing is though, I think Sojourner was like, when I got the cassette, was one of my favorites off of that cassette.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, it just didn't happen.
All right. So, but it came upon one night, and it went up in my, have to say, favorite Solitude Aeturnus album, which is Beyond the Crimson Horizon. And man, when I it's the first album that I heard from the band. Mm-hmm. And putting on the LP, the first song that you hear is Seeds of the Desolate, and you listen to that haunting intro, and then your vocals come out, and it's like from another world. And it's really crazy for those that have not listened to that song. I mean, go on after the interview and listen to it. It's amazing. And can you tell us a bit about Beyond the Crimson Horizon?
That was a really great album to record. I mean, that's when we totally connected, and there's a lot of weird stuff on that album too, right? You know, like shit. I can't even think at this point. I'm thinking of one of the songs that we did.
It's kind of more of a progressive doom metal album, right?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's not the stereotypical doom metal, right?
I mean, it's not your typical, sludge doom or whatever, right? A little bit progressive, a lot of anger and feelings and emotions in there. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Everything we write about is what we felt, right? So when it hits hard. And that was the point. Make it hit hard. I mean, anybody can sludge on fucking, an E string, but no, we didn't do that.
I know. Okay, so those two. Yeah, sorry, Dimitris.
Yeah, you heard me turning my mic on.
Okay, yeah, something.
Just,
okay, so those two first albums were released by Roadrunner Records, I think.
Yeah. The first two were Roadrunner.
And then you went to Road Racer. Yes. Exactly.
European or American,
So,
okay.
So you read the question by Kyriakos, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you read it?
No. I'm reading my own.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Kyriakos, never mind. He says hello. So hello, Kyriakos. And he says, I think Dennis Bergeron's King Classic Records was supposed to release the first record, but they went bankrupt and Roadrunner picked it up, right?
Yeah, actually that was the case. We had signed to King Classic Records, but I guess, I don't know how to say it, they sold us to Road Racing.
Okay.
And that's what happened there. But it was an amicable situation to where it was like, these guys were like, dude, we can't do this. We'll set you up over here. And they did. So.
Okay. And then you went to Pavement Records for Through the Darkest Hour, a more dark, more doomy album, definitely. And you went to England to record. Is that right? How was that experience?
That was a good experience because we all had to travel. We got, like a hotel or an apartment, and we got up every day, went to work. It's not really work, but you know what I mean, right? So got up and went to work every day, and we recorded with Paul Johnston. And actually, I laugh because the studio was a pig farm before it became a studio.
No
it
way.
It was a fucking pig farm.
Must have been quite a quiet place, I guess. Sorry, Michael, you go on.
No, I mean, did it have any distinctive smell or something?
It was just, okay, picture yourself in the middle of England, up there by Stratford upon Avon, and then you're in this stone building that was a pig farm. It's like, hi, where's my guitar? But working with Paul Johnston was great. He was amazing to working on that album, and it just one of those things, It's like we had 2-3 weeks. We stayed there, just every day. Got up and went to the studio, came back, listened to shit, and then re-recorded the next day. Came back, listened to it, and re-recorded. And then, and I think Heaven and Hell's on that album, right?
I think it's on Adagio.
No, that's on Adagio.
Yeah.
It's on a
it's there.
downhill. My bad. My bad.
Ah, that's fine. But Through the Darkest Hour, I think turned out great, both sound-wise and, of course, the compositions are amazing. And I think I read somewhere that it is your favorite Solitude Aeturnus album.
That one, and I would have to say that one and Alone are my
Okay,
favorite.
all right.
Speaking of
Now,
alone,
Adagio, huh?
speaking of alone, shall I say to our
Yeah,
audience what
we have.
happened and we got late and
Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
all right, yeah. What everybody has to know. Well, we got late a little bit, like starting the show like 3 minutes or something because we faced some technical difficulties. Now this time, what happened? It was just a combination. It was a disaster, a combination of unfortunate events, a series of unfortunate events, and. Yeah, I tried to re-advertise, today's show by, not posting the poster this time, but by posting one of the songs from Alone. And I got a strike from Facebook that I'm posting stuff that has to do with suicide and, self-harming and stuff like that. So I couldn't make a call, so I couldn't make this call because we were gonna do it by Messenger. I couldn't post anything. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I just tried to do an appeal or something, but the algorithm or whoever is gonna see that, I don't know how long it's gonna take. So
The algorithm, whoever's sitting over there with their little tinky
Yeah.
fingers.
So, fortunately enough, I had a second profile, which is, for car enthusiasts. It's a different hobby and everything. And I had that. I was like, screw that. I'm just going to use that and try to find everybody. So we made it with the call, and then we got a little bit late. Yeah, we got there. So
But
everything happened in the last
have you
minute.
heard about this one before, Robert?
Yeah.
The
Do
cover
what?
of Alone. With the cover of Alone.
Has it happened to
Has it
other
happened
people?
over-
You've heard
Has
about
it,
this
has it
before?
happened before?
Oh, that happens all the time. All the time. And a lot of the guys that I work with, they're like, well, I couldn't post it because I got this thing that said, do you need help? Do you need suicide watch? It's like, no, motherfucker. Just fucking put it up there. God damn. Right?
Crazy
It's
shit.
like the album cover, like I said, I worked on this for quite a while,
And it's
and it means
really nice, man.
something. But it's not about suicide. It's not about self-harming. It's about just being alone.
Who knows? Even
That's
mentioning
it.
the keywords now, maybe we'll get this account for me as well banned, or my YouTube channel or something. I don't know, man. It's just getting crazy, right?
That's all. That's all it was. Okay. Honestly, have both of y'all not ever felt alone at some point in life?
Of course.
Who hasn't?
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
Of
it
course.
is.
That's life, right? It's like yin and yang. I mean, you've got your good moments, you've got your bad moments, you've got amazing moments, you've got horrible moments where you actually fall down the pit. It's a huge downfall, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So who hasn't been there? And that's the nice thing, and that's
Well,
why.
and that-
What I
and that's
also
what we do as brothers. We share that. It's like,
exactly.
dude,
That's
that's
why.
shit.
That's why we play
That
music,
sucks.
right?
Yeah,
Of course.
exactly. It's
Actually, for myself, my worst moments are the moments that I try to write music. Because, So anyway.
I think any true musician feels that and goes. We go through moments, and that comes out in the music.
Yeah, no.
But I think music actually is a reflection of your soul, right? So if you have, it's like not only as a music writer, even as a person, any person. Sometimes something happens. Perhaps you lose somebody very close or something, and you happen to listen to a specific song in that period, and you actually combine it in your head with this incident. Now the same thing happens when you're a musician. You're going through a phase and you want to reflect it in your creation, right?
right?
In your lyrics, in the
I mean,
feeling,
we
you know.
not all, we all have that moment to where, I don't even know what song you might like, but does that song not bring back memories or a specific moment? Or, I mean, it can be very, pointed to where it's like, I was in this room and I was looking at the door and I heard this song. I mean, we all do that. And music is, besides like pop music or rap or something, there is always something that connects you to that vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And we all do it. We all do it.
Yeah.
Okay, which one of us is going to go to sleep tonight with fucking pods in our ear and go, I'm going to listen to Slayer tonight, I mean...
By the way, guys, can I also read a couple of questions and comments from the comment section? Sure. Luthien Tinuvial said, 2 great Doom voices are having a conversation. Rob on stage is unbelievable. He fills the stage with his dark performance. It was an honor to see him, and he's rolling eyes, of course.
That's kind of a trademark now, is it not?
Oh, wait, hang on.
Yeah.
And
should have taken a screenshot of that.
Speaking of which, as Luthien also said some, a good comment also for Mike's voice. I'm gonna ask you, Robert, have you listened to Doomocracy and Mike's stuff, perhaps?
Well, of course. I mean, goddamn.
You have? Wow.
What is your opinion? This was not a setup question. I wanted to ask it.
No, he set me up. No, of course. I listen to it all the time. That's Doomocracy is some of the stuff I listen to.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm honored. Thank you.
I don't know what else to say, but yes.
Cool, man.
No, that's fine.
All right. Okay. I got the earbuds in, and
All right.
And our friend Vic Vasilis, he also has a metal YouTube show. He's a good friend from the old days.
And he's a tremendous fan. Vic is a
yeah.
tremendous Solitude Aeturnus fan.
Yeah, he's here. Hello, Vic. He says, I just got in here. Have we covered what is the status of the band at the moment? Will they do more shows? Is this recent activity a temporary thing?
Wait. That's $1 million question, so we'll save this for later.
All right. So, Vic, there you go. There's your answer for now.
Back to Through the Darkest Hour,
Okay.
though, and I think that after the album you toured with Merciful Fate. How was that?
Oh, touring with Merciful Fate was fucking great. I mean, as far as I was concerned. Because, see, as a musician, I'm still a fanboy, right? And chilling with King Diamond and the guys, dinner.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah, that we did, God damn, we did 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Yeah, that was nice. I mean, it was just hanging out with good people and just fucking being able to kill it every night for the people that came to the shows. So that was a really good time.
Nice. So let's get to the next album, which is Downfall. You entered Regel Studios in Texas, I think, to record Downfall. And I must say that, well, the album is fantastic, and I think it's kind of an experimenting album for the band because it sounds different than the rest of the albums. But there comes I think the production problem. If one considers it a problem, I mean, I've heard fans talk about the production on that album. And, if someone reads the liner notes on the CD, he reads something about, that Wolf played some half-broken drums, or, Lyle played with a rented bass or whatever. And, I mean, can you tell us more about that?
Well, here's the thing about Downfall. it was experimental because we had already done the other ones, right? So it's like, all right, cool. Recording Downfall was the one album that none of us were in the studio together. Okay.
Oh,
So, you know, whoever was here that day, I was here the next day, he was there the next day. Now, that's fine. That's fine. We can do this. We got this shit covered, right? But me and JP, John Perez, JP, we sat in the engineering booth for like, I don't know, 8 hours. Knock this shit out. We're like, it's fucking massive. Okay, this is cool. And then the guy, I don't even remember his name. Doesn't even matter. Sent it off and fucked up everything we already done with the production.
no way. I mean, you have set the production in a very good level, and then some guy screwed it up.
That's exactly what happened. And that's why that is our, come on, you know, everybody says that the production on that album is shit. And wasn't our fault. It was not our fault. Me and JP were just like going, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my.
But so that was about it. But I mean, the material on the album is good.
I love it.
For me, one of my favorite songs off that album is Chapel of Burning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Chapel of Burning. But
I love it
you know,
too.
once it left our hands, it's like if you have an envelope and you seal it, you sign it, and send it off. You don't know what's going to happen to it.
Crazy. Did you ever think of, now that you've kind of restarted the band with the modern technology and everything, like of remixing the album? Make it sound as it should have, maybe?
We actually did a remix of Downfall, and the baseline material couldn't be changed.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like, right. You know, we tried, you know, money was spent, and it was like, all right, let's make this bitch sound good. But it was like, well, you know, the engineer who fucked up the levels, I can't fix it. You couldn't fix it.
He destroyed the whole recording, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But I do have to say, it's still good stuff. There's some good material on there. But you know, but I mean, come on. You said it yourself. It's like this album. Okay, put all the SA albums in your CD player, right? And then that one comes on and you're like,
yeah, exactly. It's strange. But yeah, like you say, it's a great album. Yeah, Dimitris?
Yeah, speaking of which, Vic says, would you ever consider remixing Downfall, or do you think history is done and let it be as it was captured at the time? Yeah.
Hey, well, that's a good answer. There, let it be captured. That's what it was.
Yeah.
What it was.
It makes sense.
And then you turn around, put on Alone, and go, what?
He says, Still Phantoms is one of the best SAA songs ever.
It is.
Phantoms?
It is. Phantoms.
Yeah, that one might be included in the mix somewhere coming up.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
And
I'm just saying.
And I think you play the keyboards as well. That intro on Phantoms is yours. That's great. All right. And Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
no,
Mike, reading in the comments as well, yeah? Themistoklas says, hi, Themistoklas. He says, Midnight Dreams still haunts me.
yeah, amazing song.
Yeah.
These midnight dreams stolen from God. Yeah.
Amazing song. The lines are, whew. Yeah, fantastic. So,
Sorry, Mike.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Kyriakos Nevermind, he says, since you guys reunited for the Hells Heroes in Houston, are you gonna come to Europe again?
They are coming.
We're headlining Kit in April.
All right.
Yeah, they're playing Keep It True in April, of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through this, don't worry.
Okay.
But I know
So,
you're going to be there, brother, right?
I will be there, of course. I won't miss it for the world, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vic says more, not just Germany. Other shows.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
is there
say
something that you can
that,
share right
we
now?
are talking about stuff.
Okay. So okay, let's get this out of the picture. So there is a chance for more shows, and is there a chance for a new album as well?
You know what? Who knows? You got to wake up and drink some coffee and make decisions. We're actually right now, honestly, I was trying to be silly, but we are focusing on Kit. I'm fixing to fly Norway and come back, and then we're gonna rehearse for Kit, and then we'll take it from there. And then once that happens, you know, we get shows lined up and whatever. We'll just see where it goes.
Okay. So fingers crossed.
But
Let's hope.
there's always music in the back of the brain.
Of course. Nice. Great news. Let's hope it happens. And we look forward to more shows as well. Excellent. All right. So why did Lyle leave after Downfall? Was it after? Was it, you know, you didn't play any shows with Lyle after Downfall, did you? He had already left, right?
Well, when we were doing Downfall, there was just a lot of things going on with everybody, right? You know, life throws stuff at you and whatnot. So everybody kind of parted ways for a little bit, but not like, you know, getting a divorce or something. You're just, okay, yeah, well, I was doing this. All right, well, Lyle wants to do Gold Town, which is great. I mean, you know, but we just kind of all just like slowly floated away, like when you blow a dandelion and it goes, and it just kind of goes like this. There was no reason for anything. There was no hardship. This, that. It just happened, and
Okay.
so that's what happened after Downfall.
Yeah. And you went on to record an album with another band, Last Chapter, right? The Living Waters, which is another amazing epic doom album.
Great album, but no, I actually did that. All right, here's a story for that. Did the Last Chapter during SA, and JP goes, "Hey man, I got a buddy that needs a vocalist. Can you sing for him?" Okay.
Just like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good album, huh? All right. So anyway, you changed, of course, you have to replace Lyle, and Steve Mosley entered the band. Steve was a friend of the band.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Mosley did all the bass work on Adagio. But he's a guitarist. So,
yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, but so he did that, and you know, we've had Mosley forever. So, I mean, where are you going with this question?
Where am I going with this question? No, not really. I'm just saying that Steve entered the band. There's no nothing behind that. That
Oh,
thing.
no. Brother man. It's just like we had a little community. You know, it's like Steve's like, hey, I can play bass. Okay. You know, we just did it, you know.
That's cool. All right. So I have to say that Adagio is another killer album, and I have to express something here. Solitude Aeturnus is one of the few bands that have released all of your releases are killer albums. Like you don't have a mediocre album, and it's really strange, and it is frustrating to me as a fan. And I want to ask how frustrating it is to you being in that band with all these amazing albums and not getting the recognition that you deserve.
No frustration. You know, it is what it is, and I don't take it to heart, because if you took it to heart, then it could be a very upsetting thing. So you just go, you know what? Here you go. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Give a fuck. You know, it's very simple. Yeah, I don't take it to heart. Now, could it have been larger? Maybe so. Do I see things happening in the future? Yeah, I do.
That's great to hear. Demetrius, do we have any comments?
Yeah, Vic again, he says, how do you see the other guys at the moment? Do you think they are into doing it again, or are they all taking it one step at a time?
Who was it?
It's Vic, our friend Vic, he says. He asked the question.
Okay, yeah, Vic. We are definitely. We ain't gonna give up the Doom. We own the Doom. No, that was a bit much, but
no.
no, I was just being silly. But yeah, because I fuck around. I'm a redneck Texan. I fuck around. But yeah, I see potential coming.
Okay.
One step at a time. And as far as the guys go, you know, when we rehearsed for Hell's Hero, it was like we had never been apart.
Okay,
Right.
that was gonna be a question. I mean, how did it feel going on rehearsal with your old bandmates?
You know, it's just like walking into the room and just going, you know, it wasn't any different. Everybody felt the same.
Okay, it was like 1996 again, or even before.
Right. Yeah, it was like, "What's up, bro? Bam! All right. Could you turn the fucking guitar down just a little bit?"
Robert, we have Themistoklas here. He says, are you still concerned? Is concern still reflecting your outlook on life?
Oh,
That's a very deep song.
that's a good question. Okay, who is it?
Themistoklas.
Okay, Starless.
It's all Greek to you, I know.
I know. Yeah, right. Yeah, you can go ahead and say that. Everything is Greek to me. But yeah, no, it's good. That song was a very important part of my life at that time, and I was talking about my girls and just life that was going on. So losing my grip on concern, which I know what he's referring to.
Mhm.
It actually is one of the first SA songs that I wrote and played, you know.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of your
So,
girls, how was it having your daughter on stage with you at Hell's Heroes, singing with you "Dream of Immortality"? How was that?
all right, so here we go. We went from concern to, you know, now I've got my daughter on stage.
One of your best moments, I guess, right?
Yeah. No, that was amazing. That was amazing. And it might happen again. I don't know. But
She has a great voice. And
so
it
that
keeps-
was
you know,
because
because
No,
that
go
song
ahead.
has two different melodies in the chorus, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, if you can bring her, it sounded amazing.
Yeah, that was a very proud moment for me, to have her up there and to be with her and just to make her happy, you know,
Okay, nice.
or make me happy, actually.
Yeah,
I think it made the fans happy as well.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Proud dad.
So
Yeah.
we come to Alone, which is one of your favorite albums, as you said. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic album. Lineup changes again. Can I ask why it took 8 years to release this album? Because until Adagio, you were releasing albums every 1 or 2 years, and then it took 8 years to go from Adagio to Alone.
Oh, that was just one of those moments to where he moved here, she moved there, he moved there, he moved there. You know, I'm working here, I'm working here. All of a sudden, 8 years later, and you
Okay.
just go, Jesus Christ, where the fuck did all the time go, right? So
All right.
then we started talking about the material because Mosley had some material, JP had some material. I already had a bunch of fucking lyrics, and it's like, hey, let's do this, right? But it's like, holy Christ, it's been 8 fucking years.
Time flies, eh?
Yeah, time flies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, that's
Okay.
one of my favorite, and that's like, you know, Sin of Death, one of my favorite songs ever. You know, and it's like, we can't put this as first. Like, yeah, we can.
Yeah, and I made it song
It's
as an
gonna
opener,
fuck people
right?
up. Yeah.
It did.
um,
I also love the song "Burning" from the album. It's
Yeah.
fantastic song.
Ah,
And
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
yeah, come on. But 2006 was also the year that you came to Greece, and I got to see you live, along with many fans that might be even watching right now.
Was it
And
CMAS? Yeah,
excuse me.
Candlemass. It was CMAS, right? Or was it SA? No,
No. It
It
was, with SA in 2006.
no, it was with SA because that was 2005, 2006.
I know. I was gonna say this. You came with Solitude Aeturnus in 2006,
Yeah.
and we got to see you for two amazing shows that people have been discussing for after the shows until recently. And yeah, what memories do you have from Greece and from those shows?
What? I'm not trying to blow smoke up anybody's butt, but the shows there. What was that place? Anyway, the fans. All right, I'm gonna do this. The Greek fans, hands down, amazing. The show we played, just amazing, just amazing.
And did you get to go around Athens?
Well, that was yeah, I did. No, what I was going to say was, you know, we did a Man-O-War cover, right?
Yes, Secret of Steel.
Bingo bam. Cub just went, and all of a sudden, I didn't even have to fucking sing anymore. I did not have to fucking sing.
Yeah.
Just because it aligns with the conversation, I'm not neglecting some comments, but Vic said it after a few comments. I'm gonna read it now. He says, "Excellent shows, most excellent Secret of Steel cover. I'd love to hear that recorded," he said.
No, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can, yeah.
Who doesn't love Man-O-War? You know, right?
Exactly.
So
yeah, that was a great moment. I mean, personally for me, because we had a shit day. It was hot as fuck in there, and you know, obviously we did our set, and then we're like, okay, let's do the Man-O-War cover, and then just and then.
Great memories.
okay.
Yeah.
So weirdly enough, you next year you came back with another band, right? Next year you came back with Candlemass, which for me as a fan was kind of strange because, you know, going from one iconic doom metal band to the other. Yeah, I mean, how did that feel for you, that experience?
There's a relevant question about this in the comments as well. So I'm gonna
read it.
yeah,
Read it.
it's Rokas Stavros. Sorry, it's Kyriakos, never mind. He says, how did the transition go from the more epic Candlemass type of doom metal morph into a more typical Black Sabbath type of thing in the third album onwards?
Okay. That's a kind of different question, but yeah. Okay, it's relevant, of course, yeah.
All right, well, I'll give you my opinion. I mean,
And then you go on. Then you go on with your question, Mike.
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, we got to give kudos to Messiah, right? And
we love Messiah.
Yeah, and Vikström, you know, I mean, of course,
yes, of course,
words, right?
And Johan, everyone.
And yeah, especially Johan, right? Okay. Give kudos. I mean, pure love to these guys. But when I got there, it was like, you know, are we going to do some doom? And then we did those several albums, which I think are kind of okay, you know.
No. They're not just okay. I think King of the Grey Islands especially is one of the best Candlemass albums, to be honest.
Do you realize, I remember King of the Grey Islands, I recorded right after I finished Alone. Like the day after. But
wow.
Yeah, the transition, it was, you know, it obviously it was weird, new country, being in Stockholm and yada yada, but great guys. I love the Candlemass guys, good people, you know. I didn't really see a transition. All I saw was, let's keep doing what we're doing.
Okay.
That was it. And like I said, the guys are great people. So it was smooth. You know, it's just like spreading butter on bread. You know, you just, there it is.
Okay. You still keep contact with the guys?
Huh?
You still keep contact with the guys in Candlemass?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, you know, they played Hell's Hero, right?
Yes, of course. So I guess you saw them there.
Yeah, so we hung out and, you know.
Nice. So you recorded King of the Grey Islands right after Alone, but you must have recorded another album back then, Visions, right? From Concept of God. Or was that already recorded, you know, earlier?
Oh, Visions was already done. Oh,
Okay.
here's a story for you. I was, I forget about my goddamn stories. I forget. But flew to Stockholm to do the anniversary. And while I was there doing the anniversary, I was having contact with Mosley, finishing up Visions.
Okay. Visions is another fantastic album, I must say, and I think it sounds kind of similar to the style of Solitude Aeturnus, the style on In Alone, but you know, it has the same guitarist, and so it makes sense, right?
Yeah, yeah, it does. I mean, I love that album. I love the Concept God album, and I spent, god damn, I don't even know how long I spent working on that album cover. It got changed, not by me, but what I had got changed, and it's a good album.
So you,
And
from what
one
I
of my
understand,
favorite
you,
songs off
yeah,
of that album is Unspoken.
great song.
Unspoken is one of my favorite off of that one.
Nice. So what I understand from our conversation is that you like to be involved in other parts of the band as well, like album covers, the lyrics, of course. After I think that you took over lyric duties after Lyle left, right? So,
Yeah.
but you like doing the album covers as well.
Well, because it represents a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
So when you pick up, well, the album, nobody picks up an album anymore, but you know what I mean. When you pick it up, yeah, you pick it up and see it. Okay, maybe I wrote the lyrics and had a hand in the music, but when you go to the album store or the record store and you're flipping through shit and you pull this up and go, damn, I want you to know that right away. Because once you pick this up and then put it on the table, you know what I'm talking about. And you put it on the table and listen to it, everything, I want everything to be cohesive. From the album cover to the lyrics to the music to even the backside, you know, when you're reading all this stuff and whatever. But it needs to be cohesive.
So you're that kind of guy. I'm like that as well. I read everything, you know, the credits, the everything. Nice.
Oh, for sure,
Right.
for sure.
And I think today's children, you know, they don't realize probably what we're talking about because they only listen through streaming platforms or whatever. But
Yeah,
I
right.
think that the process of listening, especially to a vinyl record, is like, you know, a holy ritual or something.
Oh, yeah. It's like, okay, you put it down. And then you get the needle and you put it over here and go, I'm cranking this bitch up, you know, whatever the fuck it is.
And you're always careful not to leave any fingerprints on it, you know.
Oh, no. Hell no. You got to touch it by the edges, you know.
Or you can use
Exactly.
one usage, you know, gloves for one use, and you know.
Yeah, and just peel them off and be done with it, you know.
Okay. Do we have any questions?
Yeah,
from,
we have
you
a
know,
few.
fans?
Rokas Stavros, he says, hi guys, Stavros here. I'd like to ask about what Robert considers his most fulfilling moment or moments to be in his musical career so far, or his worst ones. One or ones.
My most fulfilling moments would be that I am grateful to be able to do what I do. Now, has there been shit times? Sure there has. It's happened. Mostly traveling is the bitch, but no, everything has been great. I mean, with Solitude, with CMass, doing my turn with CMass was amazing. And everything I get to do, I just feel grateful for all of it. And I don't take it for granted.
That's good.
And
There's a
worst
story.
one? Worst one? Or, oh, sorry, you want to go ahead?
No.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Worst one or worst ones?
Worst ones?
Mm-hmm.
Like every goddamn time I fly over Stockholm and they lose my luggage and I have to get on stage with fucking sweatpants and fucking no shoes. That's the worst.
There's this story when you played, I think in Thessaloniki, was it in Greece, that your flight was delayed, I think, and you came at the last moment.
Yeah, in Thessaloniki, right?
Yeah.
And I had to go buy new clothes and just do stuff because I had nothing. I'm already late. I'm missing the show. It's like, I'm here, guys, I'm here.
Wow. Yeah.
Anybody got a set of trousers?
Huh?
Anybody got a set of trousers?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I just flew from Texas, and now I ain't got no shoes, and I ain't got nothing. But I guess we'll do the show because that's what you do. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You carry on.
And Kyriakos Nevermind, he says, when we were talking about this before, with the Secret of Steel cover, he says Underworld Club in Omonia Square in Athens. Secret of Steel cover.
That was Underworld Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was in Underworld Club in Athens.
I don't know if you remember it,
Sure.
Robert, because you've been to so many clubs and venues and stuff, but yeah, that was the name of the club. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah, and no disrespect. It's just like, you know.
yeah, of course, man. Of course.
Yeah, it makes sense. Don't worry.
A
No
very
disrespect.
a very nice comment over here from I don't know if I pronounced the nickname correctly. Verdigris. He says, no question, just wanted to state the fact that Lucifer Rising helped my sushi chef crew get started every morning for years at my restaurant. Thanks for that, Robert. Cheers, Hagen.
All right, big ol' bam to you, brother.
He's gonna send some sushi to you. Yeah.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I love sushi.
Yeah,
So,
man. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
And
I'm down with it the next time I'm over there.
Hagen is a singer as well.
yeah, and there's a little bit of a conversation then in the comments with Vic. He says, "Hey Hagen, top song of the era, embracing the sticks too." And Verdigris, he says,
Amazing song.
yeah.
Of course.
And Verdigris says, "Hey Bill, it's been too long. We must meet again." So as I understand, Verdigris is in Germany because Vic says, "Would love to. Germany's a bit tricky. You should come to Crete." So yeah, you see, we offer a little bit of a conversation to everybody. So it's a place where everybody can meet. And by the way, we call this unofficially, we call this show the Metalheads Cafe because we're just taking it easy, man. We get bands to invite over here, have a nice chat, discuss with the fans, take it easy, drink our coffee or something or a beer. So this is the kind of nice atmosphere we're trying to have.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, because we're all fanboys, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. And Themistoklas, he says, it seems that Greeks love Texan metal. Solitude Aeturnus, Abzu, Rigor Mortis, Power Trip, The Sword, Pantera. Is there something in the air? There's something in the air, right? And Hellstar,
definitely.
says Vic.
Rigor mortis, Pantera. I mean, there have been times I've just been hanging out with those guys. It's just like down the street.
Yeah.
You're just hanging. And Rigor Mortis and Rotting Corpse, which JP was also involved in. So, it's like there's like a little cloud right here.
Yeah.
So next year you're returning to Europe after how many years it has been? I guess with Candlemass, the last Candlemass shows.
Oh God damn, that would be
Like 12 years or
2012?
something.
12?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 2012.
So are you excited about that? Anything you want to tell us about Keep It True? I mean, the set list in Hell's Heroes was amazing. We hope for something similar.
Let me just put it this way. Got the set list figured out. I've added a few more.
Okay.
And hopefully the patrons that come will enjoy.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Keep It True. I think that's going to be a good show, and then maybe there'll be some more after that. You know, maybe people want us, maybe they don't. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But how do you feel about this? I mean, people and promoters coming to you after all those years to book shows, and you know I'm talking about the kind of late recognition of the band. How do you? What's your take on this?
Oh, I don't worry about it. I don't worry about anything. If it takes this long to get somewhere, then that's fine, because that means you have dedication, you push yourself, and you keep going forward every day. And that's all you need to do with anything, whatever it is.
And you don't sell out. I mean, you always did what your heart, what you felt.
Oh, there's no way in hell I'm going to sell out. I'll be that guy that's like, hey, I bought you a pink shirt. I ain't fucking wearing that. Fuck that. No, I'm not going to do it. Ain't going to happen.
All right. So you want to talk about? I have more questions, Dimitri. Do we have from the guys in the?
Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to jump other comments before that, but Minas Vasilakis, the drummer of Doomocracy, joined, and he says, "I'm having a 95 euro whiskey celebrating this interview." Hey Minas, how are you doing, man? It's good to have you with us.
Good
Yeah.
thing.
Cool.
Big win, bro.
All right, so Kyriakos Nevermind, he says, an obvious question: who were Rob's biggest vocal influences? Dio?
Do you want to know who my biggest vocalist influence was? Robin Zander from Cheat Trick.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming.
Didn't see
did you?
that coming. No.
No,
Okay.
and I can tell you why. Robin Zander. Now, I'm not talking about the last few albums that Cheap Trick did, but like the '78 debut and the one after that, and then you have the Dream Police. But Robin Zander always had a way of singing pretty or being nasty, right?
Okay.
So that's
You have
my
both those
biggest-
styles.
Huh?
You have both those styles. You can sing with a clean voice, and you can, put more power in it. So
Right. Obviously, Bruce, Dio, obviously, Rob Halford, but Xander would be who's your influence? It would be Xander.
all right.
And are these influences the people that actually made you go into producing music, doing vocals, and becoming a vocalist? I mean, what was? I'll form the question differently. What was actually the spark that made you say, okay, I'm gonna start a band? I'm gonna join a band. I'm gonna start singing, and I'm gonna start producing my own stuff.
Well, when I was 12, I bought a guitar at a pawn shop and a cheap ass piece of shit amp, and I'm like, I want to be fucking Yngwie.
I wanna rock.
Yeah. I want to rock. Yeah. But so yeah, I did that, and then once I got the guitar and the amp, I was like, I met Lyle at some club. We were, I think it was Channel 3, or was it maybe the Dead Kennedys, right? So met him in the parking lot. It's like, hey dude, you want to start a band? I play drums. All right, well, there we go. So we had the Holy, and then we went from the Holy to Graven Image to SA, and, well, the rest of it is that. But yeah, I never did this for notoriety. I did it because music is in my soul. That's it. That's it.
Okay. I must make a brief comment about, there are some videos of your early performances on YouTube back in 1992, I think. And you guys are playing songs like Seeds of the Desolate and The Hourglass. And I must say that your performance in those videos, for me, is the best performance I ever heard a metal vocalist do. I mean, it's fucking incredible. I must say this. It's fantastic. And I think many people will agree in the comments. The way you sing in these live performances is mind-blowing.
The Hourglass, man, is amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I do. Yeah.
Personally, my favorite song from SA is The Hourglass. Yeah.
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 Love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We did a cover of that with Doomocracy. Have you seen that?
I think so.
I sure the fuck have.
Great.
I sure the fuck have, brother man.
I hope I did it justice. I tried.
No, I totally saw it. I've watched it a few times.
Nice. Thank you very much. So, what else? Can we talk about your current projects, like apart from Solitude Aeturnus? I mean, I'm talking about Disciple of Doom and Gather in Darkness. What's going on there?
Well, as far as Gathered in Darkness goes, I mean, there's some great material out there, but it's kind of out of my hands. So, not much I can do about that, right?
All right.
So, I mean, if that was to happen tomorrow, that wouldn't happen because of me, because it's just out of my hands.
All right, I understand. Okay. But you also did an album with Tyrant called Hereafter. How was that?
That was good. I got to spend 2 weeks with Bill Matoyer and, just hang out, drink beer, McDonald's, whatever, and record Hereafter, which I think was a turning point for Tyrant because, Tyrant was more power metal, so to speak, and this album Hereafter was not.
I know. It was different, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of adjusted to your style.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, doing that album, it's a great album. I love it, and I appreciate the guys and Rocky and Greg and all those guys are good people, and it was great doing the album.
Okay, and just to cover your discography, you also did an album with what was it? Grief Collector, right?
Yeah, we did 2. Yeah.
I mean, 2 albums. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
How was that? I mean, I have the Undelirium album. I have it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the Undelirium's good, and the 5-song promo.
Yeah, it's an EP. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Super good, heavy stuff. Again, good guys. The Matt, the guitarist, great dude, great guitarist. He actually produced half the stuff, so kudos to them.
All right.
And that's about it. But yeah, I'm proud of those albums too.
Okay. Dmitry, we have anything?
Yeah, Kyriakos Nevermind, he says, that Shame on the Night cover is the best cover ever.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, you did a few back then. You did, I think, No More Tears. You did Heaven and Hell, Shame on the Night. which one else was it?
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if there's one person that can sing the Dio stuff, it's you, sir.
Well, I have a bunch of great musicians behind me, and we just make it happen. You know, like I said, Shame on the Night, Hallowed be thy name. Shit, I can't even. Oh, let's not forget the Death Wish by Christian
Yeah,
Death.
Death Wish, Christian Death cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's a little bit of a
I
discussion.
think that was on Downfall. I think it's on Downfall.
It was on Downfall, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little
But
bit.
yeah, I mean, it just matters that you've got a good bunch of guys behind you, and it all comes together. And we're like, hey, you want to fucking play a Judas Priest song? Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
100%. The musicians in SA are fantastic, all of them.
Thank you.
Speaking of Judas Priest cover, it's a different question. What do you think of Painkiller cover by Death? Chuck Schuldiner.
Have you heard it? Have you listened to this one?
Painkiller by Death?
Yeah. You
The
remember
song
that,
Painkiller, covered by the band Death.
But Chuck Schuldiner.
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, I have not heard that.
Well, do give it a listen. Do give it a listen. Yeah.
I'll give it a listen.
All
I
right.
also know the bass player in Death, so you know.
Okay.
I'll give him a call and say, "Hey, Brock, send me a clip." You know.
All right. There's a little bit of a discussion there in the comments, talking about covers and everything. Vic's Dungeon, he says to Kyriakos, he says, 100%, incredible performance by Rob. The only cover I can think of that can compare to the original Dio take.
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah. And Rokas Stavros, he says, Mirror of Sorrow is my personal favorite. And Vic says, Mirror, Destiny, Hourglass, Seeds, Ninth Day Awakening, Pain, Phantoms, Days of Prayer, Spiral Descent, and
Oh, Spiral Descent,
Spiral
fantastic
Descent.
song.
yeah.
There you go.
That's a fantastic song. You should put it in the set list. Amazing
Do
song.
you know why the Adagio album cover looks like that?
No,
Go ahead.
do tell.
For Spiral Descent. That if you look at
Okay.
the Adagio album cover, bingo bam.
That's
Okay.
great to know.
Cool. And Verdigris, he says, I love this. Plenty of insights and mutual respect amongst two of the most awesome doom metal singers alive. Just wish I could share a bit of your whiskey, Minas. Yeah. And yeah. And Rokas Stavros, he says, what about any musical or theatrical studies? Or is he self-taught?
I've done nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you said it yourself. Light said that I have this band, but you gotta sing. And you just went there and did it, which sounds amazing. I mean,
Well,
You just have this
I'm not
most-
being egotistical or bragging, but I just went, fuck it, I'll do it.
and you fucking
And that
nailed
was
it.
it. That was it.
All right.
Mike, you go ahead.
So, no, I think I've covered all the questions that I wanted.
Yeah. Okay.
What time is it there, Robert?
2:30? 2:30? Yeah.
2:30.
PM.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 2:30 p.m.
All right.
I've got a question for you. If you were,
All right.
let's say that you're gonna set the world's, the universe's best doom metal band, which members are you gonna put in there?
Well, that's what you.
Tricky.
I'm gonna have to call you back on that one because I would use Jeff Loomis from Nevermore.
Okay.
Totally. As a guitarist.
Incredible.
Unfortunately, Warhol Dane's not with us anymore.
Yeah.
God bless. But Jeff Loomis, and obviously my buddy JP. Now I would keep the same guys that I have now. But to bring it up, yeah, I would go with Jeff Loomis as a guitarist.
Yeah.
Just for the aggression and anger in the way he plays.
Yeah, but I really like the way you replied to this question. I mean, I think you have the best chemistry ever in this band, so why change anyone? I mean, you along with, okay, one or two more bands are the best in metal bands, so why change anything?
Yeah, I don't see any reason why to. I mean, the chemistry is there. You know, the brotherhood is there. Don't change it.
Yeah.
Another perhaps silly question that I had, because as I said to you before, I said it's all Greek to you. Well, it's all English to us. So I wanted to say, how do you properly pronounce the name? Is it Solitude Aeturnus? Is it Aeturnus? Is it how do you pronounce it properly? I always been pronouncing it in different ways.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in Greece says it differently.
They say Aeturnus,
No, it's
or they say
Solitude Aeturnus.
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 Solitude Aeturnus.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, right.
Okay, now we can all say the right way.
Yeah, you learn your Latin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all Latin to us. I shouldn't say English. It's all Latin to us. There you go.
Right.
Yeah. And
No, I'm not being nasty, but yeah, it's Solitude Aeturnus.
yeah. Minas is correcting me. He says it's actually Latin. Yeah.
You can say it however you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay. You can say it however you want because in the end, all that matters is that you know what you're talking about.
There you go.
Good.
And the user Flower Travel 21 says, and hello, by the way, welcome to our show. They say, which record of Solitude Aeturnus is his personal favorite?
Oh, my personal favorite?
Yeah.
Alone
Okay.
or Adagio or Through the Darkest Hour or yeah.
Pretty much everything.
Because we don't put out shit, which just, it's like, okay, I like that. Okay, maybe I will listen to Adagio for a while and they go, fuck yeah, forgot about that song. Fucking great. Bingo. And then go and put it on Alone and go, now that's the shit. But, you know, it's just...
You know, you could add one or two surprises to the show and keep it true, like with Midnight Dreams that our friend said, or Chapel of Burning that you suggested. That would be really cool to see live, apart from the obvious, choices.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
I'm just suggesting.
And I'm listening.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, great.
And
Any more comments, Dimitri?
yeah, Rokas Stavros, he asks, are there any musical genres outside metal that Rob enjoys?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I listen to redneck, honky-tonk, country music all day long. Dwight Yoakam, Alan Jackson, just to name a few, Hank Williams Jr. That's what I listen to. You'd be surprised what's on my fucking pod right now.
Okay. We all listen to different styles of music, so it makes sense.
Well, and you have to. Okay, all right, let me add to it. Vivaldi, Handel, obviously Bach, and Mozart. I mean, that's that's on the playlist, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And Kyriakos Nevermind, he says there was another band called Solitude, so they had to add the Aeturnus.
Oh. That you changed the name from Solitude to Solitude Aeturnus because there was another band. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a situation to where, I don't know, some guys up there in New York or whatever, and we got a cease and desist letter from some lawyer. So we're like, all right, whatever.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah, but who remembers
What,
that band now, right?
the design of the Solitude Aeturnus design, that little Aeturnus that looks like a banner or bingo, brother. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That, when I designed that,
Oh, you did the logo. Okay.
uh-huh.
All
So-
right.
My point was, it's like, all right, bitches, y'all want to play this game? I'll put this banner on here. So maybe it slowly falls off throughout the years, but it didn't.
Clever.
There you go. Okay.
It's a great logo. Great logo.
Yeah. True. True.
But that was the plan, but now it sticks. So just leave it.
Yeah, man.
You should bring some merchandise with the Solitude Aeturnus crosses in Germany and in other shows.
Yeah.
That would be great.
But yes, and we should.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the plan with the shirt or the logo. It was like, all right, y'all want to play this game? I'll just add this banner, and it'll slowly fall off. But it didn't, and
It's a good banner.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. And last drum says, let's cut to the chase now. New Solitude Aeturnus album?
Well, we kind of talked
it-
about this, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
did. But to tell this guy, we are focused on the festivals right now.
Mm, yeah.
That's
You can't
what
do
we're
both.
focusing on.
Yeah, you can't do both by definition. Mm. Okay. All right.
so,
So-
since you are considering playing other places as well, you should definitely come back to Greece. You understand that we love you here, right? Keep
Oh,
that in mind.
Just get me a plane ticket. My backpack's ready. Let's go.
I'm
Alright.
sure there will be people to give you that plane ticket, and I hope that they are listening.
Yeah.
You asked-
But yeah, as far as a new album, we are focusing on the festivals, and then we'll go from there.
Hmm.
It makes sense, of course.
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny because Minas was asking the same question with you, Michalis, at the same time. He says, Greece should be on the Solitude Aeturnus tour calendar for sure. Long time since the last visit. Yeah,
Of course.
yeah,
It's been too long. Too long.
yeah.
Way
18
too
years.
fucking long.
Yeah, man, indeed.
Yeah.
Um,
Way too fucking long.
And Rokas Stavros says, Alone is the most complete one, I would say, he says.
Okay.
And Verdigris says, do a country album, please, and sing Queen of the Night Doom style. I am buying. Yeah.
All right, let me get my guitar. Hang on.
And Flower Travel 21 says, Through the Darkest Hour is the creepiest, dark, and weird record you ever did, Rob. This record includes the best Aeturnus song, Shatter My Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rokas Stavros says, let's make sure we don't lose his luggage if he comes to Greece. Okay. I think that's all I have. I reached the final comment. Mike, do you have anything
Okay.
else?
Well, that's cool. I just want
Yeah.
to say that if my luggage gets lost, I'm gonna call one of you guys and go, bro, I need some pants. You
Yeah,
know?
we'll keep a
I got you
suitcase
covered.
over here with all the necessary stuff for you in case you come over, just in case. All right.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
Mike, what do you think? We could close this interview?
sure, yeah.
Yeah. I think
I don't
Any
know.
other questions?
yeah, Robert, I think yeah, it's safe to say you can close with a message to your fans.
I would just say that I honestly appreciate each and every one of you. Because without fans, I'm just some retard with a guitar sitting in my bedroom. but I appreciate everyone and bringing in.
Cool, man.
Thanks so much for for being on the show, and thank you for the music. And looking forward to seeing you close at Keep It True, both the live performances and meeting you in person, of course. And shout out to Anita for arranging this. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
And yeah, till next
She's
time.
good people. She's good people.
Yeah.
But yeah, just you know what? I appreciate you. Just breathe the doom and much appreciated.
Robert, thank
We'll
you
see
so
each other
much.
soon.
Thank you so much
Take
for this
care,
interview.
Robert.
Next
Thank you so
time,
much.
next time you come to Greece, I'll make sure I'll be there as well. Bring some raki from Crete or ouzo or whatever you like, and yeah,
Ouzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta bring the ouzo.
I'll definitely.
Homemade ouzo.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a really great pleasure to have you on our show. You know, it's been a very chilled out interview. Very nice, good vibes. So really looking forward to seeing you in real life and enjoying you guys live. So all the best, and yeah, talk to you soon.
All the best.
Y'all take care.
Take care, man. All right. Bye bye.